There we go. Good evening, monsters. It is time to start our next Moonbagz Reveal. I'm not sure if we'll be having. I'm not sure if Varys will be joining us tonight, but if it does, it's going to be interesting as usual, and we definitely need to get this party started. I will say, drop a hi in the comments if you're here, and let's get this party started. Yeah, I'm so boring. Yeah, so today's Moonbagz Reveal. Yeah, Moonbagz Reveal. Sometimes we get that as Moonbagz. We have a few that are very familiar to quite a few people. One that has actually taken the internet by storm recently, or shall I say the blockchain world by storm, and has jumped from a newcomer to the game to be number 9 on the list of top coins. And it's a new blockchain, which is pretty interesting in and of itself, with a whole new kind of system. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we did cover it last week, if I recall correctly. We have quite a few things that we cover every week, so yeah. Okay, I'll get right into it. Our first pick for this week in the AI category, since we always start off with AI, is Demetra. The token is DMTRA, and it looks like this. It's some kind of relief thing. Website is demetra.io. So what is the official time day for this? This time and day. We've had a few weeks. I don't know. V said he has a friend over today, so or he's going to a friend's, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, so we're supposed to have it at this time every week, but when we moved, we had a bit of a struggle with getting it to be on the right day. Hey Richard, good to see you. But yeah, so we will be doing things at this time every week. I think we did it properly last week, right, Richard? And then the week before that, or no, I think we were late the week before that. So yeah, V is likely not joining us as he is busy with friend today. Oh, damn. Yeah, so yeah, so V likely not joining us today, but it's fine. I got this. Bullseye, I think Bullseye is doing good. It's actually a human friend this time, sadly, you know, but I'm sure he gives Bullseye all the love and attention that he deserves. Bullseye's an adorable little fellow after all. I think I got good token images this week, so yeah. Oh, Peter said he's joining. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna hide the banners, you know, make it seem like I never did that. Yeah. Wait, I'll add one. Monstro.fun. Got it. There we go. Today's pick, everyone, is Monstro.fun or Monstro token. Well, we don't have a token. If we did, it would definitely be our number 1 pick every week. So I'm gonna tell him if he doesn't bring his grey hoodie, then we're going to fight. Okay, there's the ping. So yeah, Oh, who else is joining us tonight? Miyagi. I hope you're over there in the audience. I know Miyagi always joins us too. Right, Ferris is probably getting his grey hoodie. And pinging everyone over in Telegram. I kind of just need to find nonsense to talk about until he joins us. I hope I'm not boring. Bring out Mr. Miyagi. Okay, I'm gonna go send him a message. See if he's joining us tonight. Yeah. Ah, Varys is here. Let's go. Let me just add him on stage. Here we go. No grey hoodie tonight. Is it grey? I think it's grey. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. There's still that echo, which is.
Yeah, that's not going to go away until I get some earphones.
Yeah.
Hello, Smiley. Hello. Who else do we have? Richard, as always.
We have Richard, always.
It looks like that's all I see.
No one else said hi yet, but Miyagi will probably pop in to say hi.
I think we should make a new rule. If you don't attend the reveal shows, you don't get your distribution when the time comes.
Yes, definitely. That should be the number one rule.
Yeah, Bullseye is around, Smiley. He's, I think, lounging on the air mattress.
Richard says he's out. I can't English again.
We all get to share their shares.
Oh, no camera again this week, or like I can't remember why it didn't.
Yeah, no, I just rolled off my air mattress, so until I shower, I think it's better off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sounds good. Oh yeah, you got a very different time zone now. So like, what is it? 8 for you? 9 something?
No, now it's 11 a.m. But I was up pretty late, so.
Okay. Woo, jackpot!
All right. I guess we should get rolling and go through everything.
Of course, this week's number one pick is Monster Token, so, just kicking it out here.
Yeah, that is definitely no closer to reality at this point until the market still improves, but I see signs of the market improving. I woke up and nothing was down 20% today.
Oh, yeah! Things weren't plummeting today. I was checking all the charts of all of our picks for this week, and it's been pretty good. I've seen more green than red for once, which is shocking.
Yeah, and our pools is doing okay actually. It all the different metrics for it were all in the positive for the first week, so not bad at all.
Damn, that's nice. Smiley says, as long as you're not seeing dead people.
All right, so let us begin. Let me find my list.
I think we got AI first.
Yeah, so I know I sent you the list. Let's see. Here it is. Perfect. All right, so the first one under AI that we have is Demetra. So DMTR. And Demetra is a platform aimed at smallholder farmers to improve their agricultural practices by providing access to data and insights, and effectively move some of the agriculture, the entire actual A to Z flow, to move pieces of that on chain. And, basically it improves everything from accountability to efficiency. And then it's provable. Let's say you receive something at the end that's supposed to be farmed in a certain location with certain types of, quality restrictions in place, or certain types of soil, certain types of other things. Maybe there's a promise no, DDT was used, whatever it is. all that stuff for each hop along the journey would be on chain. So I think that's something, pretty interesting for a real world use case. And yeah, I know that they also involve drones, and do stuff with drones and agriculture. So the DMTR tokens are used to access some of the various tools and data on the platform. And then they give you ways to get discounts and participation in the ecosystem. So let's see, how is DMTR doing? Well, they're down 4% today, but only 5% on the month. And then for the year, they're up 252%. So they were one that I believe was not really, well, they actually were around last cycle. They launched last cycle at $4.90. They're currently at 6 cents. So if you even think they're going to recover anywhere near their initial price, that's a lot of excess.
It is a lot of excess.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a huge difference.
If they manage to beat that almost $5 price, go to, let's say, $6, that's 100x on this one.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like it has some potential. So maybe that potential will be tapped and we'll see a really good price.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a low thing that even if you get if it goes from 6 cents to like 24 cents, it will still be massively down. But in our case, we'll be actually up, 3 point something x. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Dimitra. And for, all the farmers out there, not our type of farmers, but for real farmers, I guess it depends, how adoption goes with them. I'm pretty sure I don't recall any competition really to what they're doing. There is in a way with VeChain, but they're focusing more on e-commerce fulfillment cycles, not agriculture specifically. So, all right, let us check what the second pick is. Our next pick, under the blue chips, this one's pretty popular. Everyone knows Uniswap. So Uniswap is a DEX, right? Allowing people to swap and trade cryptocurrencies. You might call them the DEX. I think they've been the most popular one since, at least a few years now. They are cross-chain. They add new chains all the time to their support. They were, I think, one of the first, or at least the most popular, to introduce V3 liquidity, concentrated liquidity. They are working on V4 and webhooks and different things to allow a lot more devs and builders to leverage their centralized liquidity without having to just clone their contracts and start their own fresh pools. So that's going to be interesting. I've been waiting a long time because there's some cool stuff in there, and see if maybe we can play with any of it and make any cool tools or anything else with it. But it's been taking a really long time to launch. So, but I do feel they're already number one. They've established themselves. They have a nice lead, so there's no reason to think they won't go up as the volumes increase. It's direct revenue for them, right? Because they're a swap. So the more swaps that take place, the more revenue they get, the higher their token's going to be worth. Now their token, you can use it for voting essentially on protocol changes, governance proposals, upgrades, that type of thing. So it's the value in it's more speculative, and it usually ties to the volumes that it's getting. So if we check Uniswap, it's 22 overall out of all tokens right now, with a $4.1 billion market cap. And if we check its all-time high last cycle was $43. So we're currently at $7. 43 was the last high. Uniswap is one I see challenging its last high or going past it if overall volume in the space is higher this cycle than last cycle. Uniswap is our pick for blue chips.
Uniswap's pretty huge, so yeah, I think it's probably one of the best picks, if not, no, the best. Don't think you can really get much better than Uniswap for the DEX pick.
Yeah, and all the blue chip picks are meant to be safe picks that, if we get 2x, 3x, 4x, like that's kind of the idea. If we get more than that, that's a bonus. So for the blue chips, yeah, definitely think Uniswap can do that amount.
Yeah, Uniswap's got a lot coming for it. Oh, I should say, I think there's a bit of an issue with StreamYard's comments since neither I nor anyone else can comment today.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
All right, well, we'll continue. And unfortunately, if you can't comment, maybe comment in our, our usual chat on Discord or Telegram.
Yeah, I'll read it when there's a comment. And just let various know.
Next up, we have DeFi, and we're going with Drift. So Drift is a platform on Solana. It's a derivatives trading platform. It has perpetual futures, permissionless, non-custodial. It's been getting some nice growth. The token has not been matching the growth of the platform yet, which, if you see something lag behind and the platform's growing and growing and the token is not really going anywhere yet, obviously there could be a reason, a bad reason, or I think it's just a lag because it's new. Initially it had a pump, then it has its first dump. And you can use those tokens. They did a big airdrop as well, so there was a lot of selling from the airdrop like usual. But you can use it for staking within the platform. You can use it for incentivizing the liquidity providers and traders. You can use it for fee reduction if you're actually trading and performing trades on the platform. And lastly, good old governance. So Drift, let's check out how you've been doing. Well, they're in the top 300 now. Oh, they're actually up 15% today.
Ooh.
So not bad, Drift, not bad. They're up 10% for the week, 60% for the month. And actually, I'm curious, where did we get them at? Let me just check quickly. We got Drift at 41 cents, and they are currently at 55 cents. So Drift is actually one of the ones that we're in the green on currently by a decent amount. And yeah, it's only 122 million market cap right now. So if they establish themselves as the largest perpetuals exchange and futures trading on Solana, well, if Solana runs like most people think, Drift has a good chance to easily, get past $1 billion market cap without breaking a sweat. So that would mean we'd get a nice 10x from here.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, and because they're new, their all-time high was not long ago. They only launched in May, and their all-time high was something like 70 cents, 65 cents. So they're actually close to their all-time high, and they never dipped that low. At the biggest crash we had, in early August. Oh wow, they did fall to 22 cents. That would have been a nice pickup. But no, we got them at 41 cents, and they're at 55. So no complaints on Drift.
Yeah, no complaints there. That seems to be the lowest recently. Yeah.
So Deepin, we've actually finished the picks last week because remember we were choosing 8 to 12 per category. So some of them we just didn't find enough we really liked, and instead of spreading it out always among 12, we focused more money on the higher conviction ones. So Deepin, there's nothing to reveal this week. Deepin has been fully revealed. And the last pick for Deepin was last week was Render, if I recall. So yeah, Render's actually been moving back out of the 4s and into the 5s. So it's going the right way. They have a whole bunch of their CEOs speaking at a whole bunch of shows this month. And then November, there's the NVIDIA quarterly earnings, there's the election, there's a bunch of potential catalysts that a lot of people think will pump AI in general. So we'll see if Render gets any of that. Now we have GameFi. All right, so this one is Prime, Echelon Prime. And basically, they're an ecosystem focused on building games, Web3 gaming, and offering some technology to integrate for the gaming industry as well. The Prime tokens are for governance. They're actually the in-game currency and for rewarding players in supportive games. Now, I think their biggest game is still Parallel. Let me just check. Echelon Prime. Yeah, so Parallel TCG came out last cycle. It's a massive hit among hardcore gaming fans. It is a pretty niche, deep strategy card game, so it's not for the casual player. But it did bring them a ton of money in sales last cycle. And I think now they're trying to produce a couple other games or acquire some other games. So it's not going to be just that game, but that was the main one that put them on the map here. So if anyone's heard of Parallel TCG, that would be Echelon Prime behind it. Now let's see, how's Prime doing? Well, they're up 4% today. And all time, yeah, so their peak was actually in March this year when Bitcoin hit its all-time high at 73K. They were at $27 and now they're at $7. So it's not far off. It's like 3 and a bit X from its all-time high, which was this year. Last cycle, they didn't really have the token do much of anything. It looks like, it came out in 2023, which was already the bear market. It did absolutely nothing until November 23, when we started having that little lift in the whole market. And then, it peaked when Bitcoin peaked and has pretty much followed. So, assuming the market runs, it looks like this will just run with it. And that is our GameFi pick, but at 261 million, that's a very small market cap for a game that has real revenue and has thousands and thousands of players. So.
Richard actually had a question on the farm one. What was it? Dimitra. He asked if any of those technologies are being tested live yet, or it's just like a beta, pre-beta kind of thing.
Sorry, I missed part of that.
Richard asked if any of those technology like Dimitra is actually being tested live, or if it's just kind of a beta, pre-beta or something.
They're in use. I know at least on farms in the United States in different places. Pretty sure they have been for at least maybe a year and a half now. So maybe longer. We can check their website and see. Let's see if they show any stats or anything. Well, their CEO won an award in 23 for social impact. But let's see if they show any places. Oh yeah, they call it AG Tech, so agricultural tech. It says their platform is available currently to farmers across the world. Just trying to see if they show any of the ones they currently have. There's their tokenomics. Case studies. Maybe this will... Okay, so they're being used in Bolivia for quinoa. They also have... They're being used currently in Indonesia for coffee. They're using drones to conquer crop threats, and the fall army worm is what they're fighting in cornfields in Papua New Guinea. So those are 3 of the case studies they list at least. But yeah, I remember reading articles where they were in some of the United States farms and they were launching more drones there and such. So I do believe, yeah, they're not just in theory or in beta. They're actually in the real world. Oh, we can check their news. Oh, okay. So it looks like they're also in Ethiopia, boosting coffee production. An Italian coffee trader, Alcaf, is using their platform to ensure compliance with deforestation regulations. So that's part of that prove where things came from and they followed the proper regulations. Okay, this is in Africa. Yeah. So yeah, to answer that question, if Richard wants to explore their site, there's definitely some info there of where they're being used. All right. Next up, we have L1, L2, and this one is Neon EVM. So Neon, N-E-O-N, which basically is a layer 2 Ethereum compatible environment on the Solana blockchain. So it's designed to be able to port over Ethereum applications with improved speed and scalability without having to learn, for example, to write stuff in Rust, which is the main language used for a lot of the Solana programs. So you can just straight up port over your Ethereum contracts, your Solidity contracts. Neon tokens are used to pay for the gas fees, staking, and governance within the Neon EVM ecosystem. I'm just going to see what their price action looks like. So they're down 5% today. Seems like everyone's either down or up 5%, but all time, they only came out really, at the end of 23. Not much happened until early January this year, where they had a $3, looks like $3.40 all-time high. They're currently at 29 cents. So in the past month, they're down 22%. But yeah, it looks like they have a very small market cap, so that means a lot of room to grow. Again, this will be dependent on 2 things. Does Solana run and get more popular? And if so, do people have interest in porting over EVM contracts? We think so, because Solidity is a much easier language to use, and there's so much more code out there than there is Rust code, for example. So it would make sense that a lot of people who want to just port whatever they have going on all the EVM chains, if they want to port it over, Neon EVM is the leading solution for that. I know there's a couple of other smaller ones as well, but looks like these guys have the lead for that category. Will there be enough demand to make them go up a lot? We don't know.
I think it's also like with Neon, it's kind of like if you already have things on EVM, you might just want to port everything over instead of going and writing the Rust code and everything. So just like, here's an easy solution, boom, done.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They have everything you need, right? So if you need a block explorer, they have Neon Scan, they have Block Scout. They have a way to transfer SPL tokens, which are the tokens on Solana, called Neon Pass. dBridge, they're part of dBridge, so you can cross-chain transfer things between the main EVM chains. Looks like Gnosis SafeWorks there. They have a nice faucet versus all the other faucets to get test tokens as a dev, which is always appreciated because so many of those faucets are so stingy. Yeah, and then they have a bunch of dApps and tools, and it looks like currently their transaction cost is about .003 cents. So that is more expensive than Solana natively, but it's very comparable to any other EVM layer 2. Much cheaper, obviously, than Ethereum's layer 1. So, yeah. Looks like they're doing 2,000 transactions per second, which is fine. And a 400 millisecond block time. So, yeah, this is one We'll see if there's demand for it. But if there is, it's at such a small market cap, there should be a lot of room for it to move forward. So this one's all about adoption. We'll see if it gets that adoption or not. And
be interesting.
Yeah, trying to. Okay, Discord crashed on me. Memes is next. So memes. This one is a popular one. I'm sure people have heard of it, especially if they know anything about base chain. So we're gonna go with Brett. Brett has proven itself. It's proven it's got the staying power as the lead meme on base. It's gone, I think, closer or just above $1 billion market cap, then all the way back down to maybe like 200, 300 million, and then back up, back down like by a couple hundred millions multiple times. So it seems like a good one that if base chain runs, Brett's going to be something that can gain a lot more market share because it is the meme of the chain. So yeah, there's really not much else. There's no real utility. I think in their community you can use stuff like tipping and playing little challenges or events, but it's nothing more than a meme coin. Let's see how it's been doing. Yeah, so right now it's almost back at an $800 million market cap. And for the year, it's up 103%. So currently $800 million market cap. The past month, it's down 15%, like pretty much every meme. And yeah, its peak was in June, actually, of this year. Peaked at 19 cents, currently almost 8 cents. So yeah, when memes run, if base gets tons of volume, new users, the first kind of thing they'll see as a meme would be Brett. And if it follows, a SHIB or a Doge type trajectory for its chain, maybe we see it at 10 billion market cap, maybe 15 billion market cap. So there's room there for it to move.
While a main meme always has a lot of potential. That's pretty, 778. I mean, look at what's that? Pepe? Yeah, that one is massive. Will be interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people think Brett will flip Pepe. That'll remain to be seen, I guess. But I mean, Pepe's at 3.1 billion. Brett's at 800 million. It's not like it's impossible.
True. Especially if people start moving more with the base. So, yeah.
Yeah, it will completely be up to how much volume and users does base acquire. And right now, that's starting to trend in a green direction. So if it heats up and base does what they're promising to push it hard and really bring over hundreds of millions of users, we shall see. All right, next up, we move on to the guest picks. So the first one by James Pelton was Ondo. And Ondo is a real world asset category token. It's an investment platform basically where it offers structured financial products, including tokenized funds and stablecoin based yield farming options. The Ondo tokens are used for governance, protocol fees, and staking, basically allowing you to participate in the development and product offerings. So Ondo is by far the leader, I think, in the RWA token space. And let's see how they've been doing price-wise. I feel like they've been beaten up lately. They are down 1% today. Down 16% this month.
Oh.
But overall, not bad. They only came out in January. Their peak is about $1.44, and they're currently at 63 cents. So they're only about 60% down from their all-time high of a couple months ago. And again, this one, we didn't really have RWA tokens run as a narrative last cycle, so there's nothing to compare it to see past performance. So we'll see if, the theory that the first time a hot narrative runs, it pumps a lot. We'll see if that holds true here at Ondo. All right. Next up, we have Magic Formula from Chain Factory and Up. Upfront. And he has chosen Bitcoin. So I'm going to say you've probably heard of this one. It's been around a little while. And if you haven't, I don't know how you found Monstro, but obviously Bitcoin is the granddaddy crypto here, number one for years and years, and everything still follows it pretty much at this point. When it goes up, the whole market's going up. When it goes down, the market's going down harder. Obviously, it's a store of value to some. Some people hope it'll be an electronic cash system. I think store value is more accurate, though. It's not super fast enough to be used for transactions in daily life yet. And I don't think they're going to go that way. But yeah, as a store of value, it does have a nice cap supply of 21 million coins, which I think we're at 19 point something million, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously the halvings make it more difficult to, even to reach that 21 million. The last 2 million here, I think, is going to take us like 50 years or something. But it's great to not be, infinitely inflationary. So imagine there's someone who said, there are, I think, something like 400 million millionaires in the world, and there's only 21 million Bitcoins. So if every millionaire in the world wanted a Bitcoin, no, they can't. They can't have one. All right. Well, Bitcoin, I don't think we have to talk too much about it.
I think everyone knows about it.
Yeah. So moving on to our next one is one I believe we already revealed in the past as one of our picks.
Yeah, we did. Definitely did.
Which is Oasis, which is Rose. So this is from Crypto Mischief Richie. So we've spoken about Rose and Oasis as a privacy-first layer 1 blockchain that enables confidential smart contracts and dApps. Rose is the native utility token for transaction fees. So again, it's what we call the gas token, right? And it's used to be staked and secure the network from validators and for governance. So a lot of people love Oasis. They love the privacy narrative. I couldn't care less about the privacy aspect, but I do know it's a hot topic, and I do think, we chose it and Richie chose it. So hopefully we're both right.
Hopefully, indeed.
And then finally, we have AJ picking Tencoin. And I think we've already picked that as well. And one of our other guests did, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Tencoin. Oh, actually, sorry. I was wrong here. I mismatched some lines. So, Pelton chose Bitcoin, Magic chose Oasis Rose. And then Richie and AJ both chose Tencoin this week. But we have chosen Tencoin in a previous week already. So yeah, Tencoin, to remind people, it's gotten a beating lately because it's tied to Telegram, and the CEO of Telegram was arrested in Paris. It seems like it's all kind of starting to blow over already, which, by the time the bull run comes, nobody will probably remember any of that stuff. It seems like that stuff never sticks as a pain point, but it did cause some short-term crashes for sure in Ton and in Notcoin and the rest of whatever tokens were tied to Telegram apps or games. Let's see, how is Ton doing now? So it's still number 9 out of all the coins out there. It still has a $13.5 billion market cap. But you can see, in the past in the past 7 days, it's already recovering from the crashes because it's up 15%. Whereas for the month, it's down 17%. So you can see there was probably a nice 30-something% swing when all that news came out. And then it's recovered already half of it back. So if we look at all time, it came out in the end of 21, didn't do much for the whole bear cycle. And then it peaked in June of this year, so a couple months ago at $8 something. So it's less than 50% away from its all-time high. And it's, yeah, as long as I guess they stay out of trouble, serious legal trouble, should be one that runs because they just have so much, I guess, was it 300 something million users are already on Telegram actively using something related to crypto, was a stat I saw. So, yeah, they have a very, very wide consumer base to attack. And for whatever they end up releasing further, that's Toncoin. All right, that was our rundown this week. So we'll get those all revealed on the page for you shortly. And any comments on the picks? Oh, we have to ask your usual question. What was your favorite pick this week?
Sadly, we can't get comments on YouTube, but drop your favorite pick over in Monsters Discord.
Yeah.
Mine, I would probably say Uniswap. I would go with Uniswap, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. Let's see. I think out of these ones, I think out of these ones, I might go with Ondo being my favorite to be the bigger runner. Yeah, I'm gonna try Ondo. That's gonna be my pick from this week's ones. All right. Well, we'd like to thank StreamYard for not letting us see people's comments. It made it very interactive this week.
Very interactive indeed.
But thank everyone who did turn in or tunes in later and listens to the echoey voice. We had at least one green token this week, and that was Drift, who are up quite nicely. But yeah, it's going to be fun, doing some review shows. Maybe we'll do a monthly review show once the bull market starts to kind of just go over like where the different narratives are at and who are the big leaders, at those moments, and do something like that. Because we are approaching the end of our reveals. I think we only have 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
And I know you'll all have to find something to fill that new void in your life.
Damn. We need to find a different thing to talk about every week. I don't know. Maybe results. Rick said his pick would be BTC, but he likes a bunch of them. But his favorite would likely be Bitcoin for this week.
Yeah, until dominance still starts showing it's actually trending down, by far Bitcoin would be your safest bet because while some might outperform it still, even briefly, short term, in general, yeah, if you bet on it, it's going to run before most others. And then eventually when you see it finally start losing its dominance, well, then you just swap out of Bitcoin and go into your favorite alts. And that's what they call the Bitcoin dominance dance strategy.
Yeah. We were doing that with Lazarus, or still are.
Yeah, we had done that with Lazarus. Then the dominance, and that at that point, I think it was at like 41% or something, 46%. Now it's something like 56, 57%. So we saw that it got invalidated, and Bitcoin's dominance kept rising. So we should have just dumped everything into Bitcoin. We didn't do that, unfortunately. But yeah, the dominance stance got invalidated on us, and we were too early for the alts in it. And then, yeah, Bitcoin's dominance rose, plus 12% since then or something. But when you see it get to like the low 40s and trending towards the 30s, I think that's like really when alt season starts hard, at least based on the previous cycles.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so interesting to see that happening.
All right, then. I guess this was a quick 40-minute broadcast, and that is totally fine. Everyone can enjoy the rest of their day. I am off to do more work.
Yeah. Okay. You're very busy over on your side. Oh, I need to take a nap.
I need to take a shower when I need first, but
On the bright side, after a shower, you'll feel refreshed. So,
Yeah,
it'll
but you know what the
look
problem is? I
interesting.
like heavy water pressure, and this place it's a little light for my liking. So I'm
Oh,
gonna see if I
no.
can somehow manipulate it with like a different type of shower head, maybe. But otherwise, yeah, the pressure is a slight problem.
Damn. Yeah, should look into that and see how that goes.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you can find a way to get your.
I'm sure AI will help me figure it out. All right.
Yes,
Well, we
yes,
hope all you
definitely.
monsters enjoy the new report formats. If you wanted to see how Pools is doing, so far so good. I can tell you actually even that today it is about maybe like $80 more TVL. So it's not going the wrong way. At least it's going up still. um, but yeah, it's working out the way it should. We're keeping a very active eye on it and active management as we should. And yeah, if you haven't joined, that one is all for you. Team share free. It's more about just helping you out if you have available funds. Well, Farms is producing low results, and if not, well, unfortunately, we just have to hang in there at Farms, and we know better months are eventually coming. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get the months off. We'll get it. We'll get it. It'll be very good to see some improvement. Oh, before I forget, with the payday report for farms, it says recipients 28. I just went and checked it again now when you mentioned farms. So I don't think 28 is right.
oh, I think that was copy pasted from maybe Golems.
Yeah,
Did I? Did I? I knew I put it there as a test. um,
definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the number should be still like what was it, 1,060 something usually.
Yeah. Should be around
It's
there.
1,068. So great catch. I will edit that quickly, and no one will be the wiser unless you're listening to this.
Hey, Rick says he's joining pool soon. So we know at least one person know that about it. Well, two
Yeah,
people.
I
Mine
mean,
is
like
still
I
there.
said, it doesn't matter to us. It's being offered as a service to help at this point. So but it is for those who haven't read the specs. It is transferable later if you want to transfer any pools units to farms when they recover, or to golems if we ever get new golem space, which has been extremely difficult because these dexes are impossible to work with. Let's just leave it at that for now. But we're still definitely trying. It'll probably take the bull run starting where everyone picks up and their tokens are worth more. And then we see new dexes popping up again on chains like we did when base launched. We saw like 10, 20 new dexes pop up. That'll probably be the time we're going to be able to get more golem space. Because right now, dexes are not doing great when their mission tokens are just dropping. So luckily, we have partners in Alien Base who appreciate what we've done for them, and they're doing things back for us like golems.
Hmm.
So yeah, farms 1,068.
Hey, now no one will notice.
All right. Well, I will go get some water on me. So
Okay.
have a lovely monstrous day, everyone. And as always, we're around for questions, comments, criticisms, and whatever else you want to throw our way.
Enjoy, and Fire Monsters, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be catching some sleep soon. Bye.
Enjoy.